I have a stuffy nose today, so my proper resonance isn't really happening. So I apologize for that. Now you're going to just have to put up with it, though, because it's Wednesday and it's 3 and we're streaming Sorcerer King, which is very exciting for everyone. We are joined today by a very special guest. That's Chris Bray.
I don't know about very special, but okay, what's up?
You're so special, Chris. Chris is the producer on the project. He is joining us today from the dev team because Scott has some real life something. I don't know. I don't believe him. I think he just doesn't like.
He's in Disney World.
Is he at Disney World?
Yeah, he's in Disney World, which you're supposed to wait until the game ships and then say I'm going to Disney World, but
right.
He did not do that. So
Excellent.
He's out of here for like a week. Yeah.
He picked a good week to be out of Michigan because it's disgusting here right now. So well done.
Which related to that, so Scott was playing a long game, right? In the over
he
the
was.
last couple.
I think you should just load it up.
Oh really?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know. I might kind of like pervert whatever he was trying to do.
Scott, don't worry about it. Scott's terrible at this game.
Strategery. All right. Yeah, actually, I saw that on the on some of the forums saying that he was sucking it up at tactical battles or something like that.
I do from time to time make a little bit
Stream
of fun
long
of
game
Scott.
2. I'm guessing that's the
I'm
one.
guessing that's the one.
Sounds like
Do
it makes
it.
sense. Not that long of a game. He's only 2 hours in.
Yeah. How badly could he have possibly screwed it up?
Yeah. All right.
That's the real question.
I'll set everything right in this world.
So here we are. We are showing. This is this which build did you set this to, Chris?
This is internal, so
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's the branch that is now in QA, and it's very, very, very similar to what is in opt-in right now for beta 5.1 patch. We have a couple of fixes that we got from some community feedback. One of the things that people were complaining about the spell book constantly popping up after you'd research all the spells, so that's fixed. There's some stuff with the Sorcerer King Fortress, handful of things, nothing like game breaking, but a lot of stuff that was annoying. So we're gonna fix those, get that out into opt-in, and then hopefully push the whole thing public. Because from the feedback we've gotten from people that opted in, they're definitely digging the improvements we made.
Also, having the Sorcerer King actually attack you, that's an improvement that I feel like is pretty important to the game.
Yes. It's better. It's significantly better. There's still work to be done, though. I think
Sure.
he's not as aggressive as he could be, but it's way, way, way better than it was. All right, I'm trying to get my bearings on what the hell he was actually trying to do with his strategery here.
Yeah, see, I wasn't here last week, so I don't know either. I remember naming Baron and naming Luthadel, but that's all I remember. So probably what you should do is go murder bad guys is my
That
first
sounds
feeling.
like a good idea. So what I've got, okay, I should be able to take these guys. No problem. I'm gonna.
No, so I almost was late to the stream myself today, which is very unusual. I'm usually the guy who's actually here, because we had some very interesting conversations today about what we can do to make our streaming better, which I'm very excited about. So I think that in the next couple months, you guys are going to see the Stardock stream quality go up quite a bit, which is very exciting. And we're dropping frames, which drives me nuts.
Related to that, so what's the deal? So am I supposed to get sound here, or do people on the stream hear sound? Or
They hear sound, yes.
Okay.
They see video, they hear sound. It's a brave new world out there, Chris.
Oh, that's very futuristic.
You're also on camera, so
Yeah.
Don't do anything too vulgar.
I got that from the camera that was 2 inches from my eyeballs.
The chat. Thank you, chat. Black Smoked Max says that Scott was very close to getting a new champion. So keep your eyes peeled for a new one of the statues or whatever.
Right,
maybe
let's see
he's in the middle of a quest. I'm not
I'll
sure.
tell you what, though, it is a skill to maintain a conversation and not suck at tactical battles.
Well, see, I have it easy. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, Tandis is Harbinger, nice, because he's healing off kills. I love that skill. That skill makes me happy. Those guys are gonna wreck your dudes.
Yeah, I'm gonna run away with this dude. And what do I got here? What spells has he unlocked? Flame dart.
I see us dropping frames, and it makes me cranky.
Let's see. That's not gonna do it for me. Maybe I'll use this this wisp. And I hardly ever use this spell, but I'm gonna try.
Oh, you have a good spot for it though to drop and get some heals out. Remember that it heals everybody when you drop it in.
Oh,
so
yeah. Okay. I was actually going to use him as a meat shield for the rest of my units.
that also works.
But we'll see how that works.
Yeah, I basically never use. Or maybe he doesn't heal when he comes into play. I thought he did.
Oh, God. They were too smart for that.
Or you put it in the wrong place.
This is,
Which is actually, I think, what happened. Whatever. That guy was dumb anyway. He's a soldier. Who cares? They're bred to die.
Yes.
That is their only lot in life.
All right. I got this, though. I will impale the two of you. Nice.
Oh, wow.
Got them.
He must be decently enchanted, I suspect. So,
All right.
yeah, so viewers, by the way, you guys are going to have to help us out and remind us where we're actually going, because we are jumping into this game and we have no idea what's going on, because Scott has been playing this and we are blindly going forth, basically.
Let me take a look. Where is this champion that...
I don't know. Check your quest log, maybe.
Yeah. Captain the Mage.
Head smoke.
Oh, yeah.
Black
there we go.
smokes.
Okay, all right. So,
Oh, nice.
We got that.
Okay, so you just need to roll down there and take it out. That's
all
not
right,
too
cool. Well, I got to
Murder some
churn my
Darklings
way
along the
through a
way.
whole bunch of these little PNs. That
Yeah.
shouldn't be any problem.
I love that, though, because then like you get so many mats out of doing it. It's so nice.
Choices. Let's see. I probably don't need Reduced Doomsday for a while. Eyes of the Eagle is good, but a little expensive. Actually, that's probably what I'm going to use. Yeah, I'm going with that.
I never use Eyes of the Eagle.
Really?
Yeah.
Once you get like a bunch of cities and you got a lot of mana to burn, it's just nice to like see the map. And,
Sure.
And all
I
that
could
stuff.
see that. I could see that. The do you have to pay upkeep on it?
No. It's
Or
like
is
a
it-
one-time cast, like reveal.
And it just permanently
like a
reveals?
6x6 or something like
Ah.
that. Yeah.
That's all right. I can see that being all right. Yeah, I'm bad though. I tend to play a much more like army focused game than a spell focused game. So I tend to I really like playing as the Tinker, and not just because he's currently horrendously overpowered. But yeah, the Tinker's great, and the Tyrant and the Warlord.
I almost never play as Tinker. I play as Nature Guardian for the extra Zoc, and then Commander and Tyrant. Those are probably my three go-to. The Wizard kind of is a little bit of a snooze fest right now, but we're gonna fix that too.
I think that's currently in production, actually, the Wizard fix. Oh, that's nice that they're burning their moves to come die on Tandis.
Yeah, that works for me.
Scott the Scout.
That's not great. Let's see. That's cool.
Oh, don't even bother saving him. I mean, you only have 28
The-
mana. What do you care about Dingleberry the Scout?
Yeah, the best victories sometimes if you get like a Pioneer or an Old Man and you just wipe out an entire army with Sovereign casts, then. But I don't think I can even.
I guess you could escape.
Oh,
How
wait,
much does escape
here we go.
cost?
Watch this. I'm gonna kill. This is just a point of pride that I'm gonna kill these guys. All right, let's see.
So if you guys have any questions, as usual, you are more than welcome to drop them in the chat. Yeah, running away doesn't do a ton against Dark.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
I realized that as soon as I did it. I'm like, oh, they're gonna cast Shadow Shift. They love that freaking spell.
Oh man. So yeah. Anyway, we are more than happy to answer questions. So if you guys have any burning topics on your mind, we are happy to take those on. And Chris might have some different answers than Scott usually does, which might be interesting for everyone. So please hit me up. Seeing Explorminate having some issues. Nice, you did take out the Darklings.
See?
All
You
right,
doubted
fair
me,
enough.
man.
I
No
did
problem.
doubt you.
That was not easy.
Now he's
Oh,
dead,
Jesus Christ. All right.
or at least gonna have to run away.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean he's got the escape spell. I don't think it matters. He
I
doesn't
don't
really
care
have much
about
left to
this guy.
scout.
Just die.
I mean, you don't really have anywhere left to scout anyway. He's kind of just in there taking up logistics.
Oh yeah, this is a pretty tiny map, huh?
I would say it's literally a tiny map. Yeah, this must be the new build
That's
because
you
it's got
guys.
strongholds popping up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So.
All right, so where are my cities here? What do I got? Baron.
I find
Luthadel.
myself...
Did he name these things? What the hell is Luthadel?
Luthadel is from the Mistborn trilogy. We were going with a other fantasy properties naming convention.
Okay.
So, and Mistborn is awesome, and you should read it. So, shut up.
Yeah, I should read more than I actually do. There's too many good TV shows on. And reading is hard.
Fair enough. And you have kids too. Kids make it difficult for
Yeah.
sure.
All right.
My daughter is a snot factory right now. It's ridiculous. Like, I'm a little stuffy. She's a freaking snot factory. It's out of control. Anyway.
Yeah, they're disgusting. All right, let's see here. All right, third city going, not bad. I feel like I've made some decent progress in about 4 turns. So he set me up pretty good. What do I got actually going here?
Gardens and workshops, man. That's what you need.
Yeah, actually, I'm really glad that we changed. Oh, wait. No. This is an older build.
Is it?
Yeah, because we had changed the starting improvements. Oh, you know what it is? It's because it's as long. So some stuff. This is like a. Well, the word I was going to use, I'm not sure if I can use on these Twitch streams, but it's a hybrid version of, because it's a new build, but it's an old
it's an old save,
so it has some of the old XML. So in the new one we have, you start out, and I think it's the barracks, the armory, the work camp, and maybe one other one. It's essentially split into military, city improvements, and something else I forget, but you don't have this just mix of stuff that you'd never want to build turn 1 anyway. So the progression is a little bit nicer than it is.
Gotcha.
Here. But anyways, that's a long way of saying I'm going to choose the garden. And then I'm going to pump out another pioneer because I want to grab that shard.
I almost always go for, like, shards are just what I build my whole expansion plan around, because they are crazy important. You're going to have to clear some layers to get it, though.
Yeah, I just realized that. Maybe
not a pioneer.
Well, no.
Wait, you got to go get Kaplan
I'm going to get
first.
I'm going to get Kaplan, and then I will deal with this whole mess of Stronghold and all that other crap. All right.
So we had a couple questions in the chat, which is cool. Let's see. Omayo1970 says, there is a pretty nasty game-breaking bug in game now. I parked my settler in one of my outposts, and when she was attacked, the game stopped. Can't delete the unit or anything. I had to restart. You should be able to delete the unit. I don't know why
so
that
it's just stuck on the actual outpost.
He said that the game just stopped. So so I guess
all right.
settlers.
We'll make a note into it, look into it, and see if we can repro that one. That's for sure.
Any bugs that you have, please, by the way, put them on the forums. That is the best way for us to collect bugs, because we have a whole process around bug reporting on the forums. So anything you put there, it's much easier for that to get into the queue to get fixed if it's on the forums, rather than if you just bring it up on the stream. But I mean, we're happy to take it here too. A date for the next drop. When is the next beta update going out? I know that date is kind of moving around.
Well, I mean, there's the next this bug fix patch, which is pretty minor, but so we expect. I think we're going to try to push that into opt-in, or actually, sorry, we're going to try to push that full public next Tuesday, or this coming Tuesday. As far as the next drop after that, we haven't really planned that out yet, so we'll to be revealed at a later date.
All right. Any plans to add sovereign specific city buildings? I would love that.
There actually are some. I'm trying to think off. Scott would know a lot of them offhand. They're in the skill tree.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of them that will, once you get, you can unlock a specific skill, and that allows you to build, whatever, some building across all your cities or whatever else.
Right. I know, like the Tyrant has one that I can think of right off the top.
The Tyrant,
of my head.
he has a handful, like Urks and Hovels, and he's got like 3 or 4 that lead to specific units.
Yep.
So let's see. Oh, we are not a threat to you.
A0152570 says that the delete key on the units is still bugged and doesn't always work.
Oh yes, yeah. We got to bug in on that. We gotta mess with.
So hopefully that'll be fixed at some point. Do we know about the Imperial Remnant quest bug?
Oh, this is a terrible, terrible city. What is this? It's in the middle of a swamp.
Oh wow, yeah, it is.
I think there's a saying about that, but anyways. All right, sorry, I cut you off.
That's
what's
okay. The delete key on units is still apparently bugged. And,
we'll get
the Imperial Remnant quest bug. I don't know what that is. Apparently, one of the Imperial Remnant quests is bugged.
I think there's 2 with that. There's one that's kind of indicative of a larger kind of quest related stuff we need Charles to look into, and then there's this other one where essentially they're like, hey, go get this great thing for us and do us this great favor, and you go get it and you bring it back to them, and they're like, we're busy. Come back in 30 turns. Which, you can come back in 30 turns and do it, but it's like, come on, are you serious? Yeah. Vates was just complaining to me about that one. I was like, yeah, fair, good point. We gotta get that.
Nice. Oh, that's sweet art. I don't think I've seen that art before.
Yeah, that's for the champion statues.
which tells you how much SK I've been playing, I guess. But you know, Drexy asks, "What's the difference between this and Fallen Enchantress Legendary Heroes?" There are a ton of differences between this and FE. So the biggest one is that this is. It's much more of a you against the world kind of a thing. There's not a bunch of factions that are even that you're all racing for victory conditions, right? It's you, and then there's the Sorcerer King, and the Sorcerer King has basically think of it as like if this is another game after the Sorcerer King has already won a game of LH, right? So he's already conquered the world. He is basically all powerful, or close to all powerful, and then he's trying to literally become a god. And so you're trying to stop him. It's kind of your the last gasp hope of saving the world from utter destruction. And so you're going around trying to level up your heroes, collect items, craft items. Man, these pikemen are just getting it done.
Yeah. These what are these Quindarian Lancers?
How
do you get that? I bet you get these from a quest or something like that.
Or if he's allied with the Imperials.
I don't think he is yet. I got to double check. I looked in there and it looked like he had done some quests, but maybe I didn't pay close enough attention.
So anyway, that's kind of the basic pitch for SK. And there's a lot of other stuff around it. Like I kind of think of it, and some of us internally kind of think of it as the ultimate Stack of Doom game, right? Because you're like ultimately you have to go kill the Sorcerer King's lieutenants, which are these big, huge demon things, and that was pointless. And then go into the Sorcerer King's castle and fight him. And he is huge and has a huge army, and it's this big fight, and so you have to go. So it's not like there's no cultural victory in Sorcerer King, right? There's no uniting the world and everybody has a happy victory. It's no, you have to go kill the Sorcerer King because he is evil and he's going to eat the world.
A lot of it too, I mean, this is on a very, very high level, but we just tried to focus with this game a lot more on the things that people enjoyed the most of the Elemental series, which is, questing and crafting and,
right.
Crafting is new, but questing and combat, and then adding crafting and really focusing on that instead of some of the, tax rates and stuff like that.
There are no tax rates in Sorcerer King.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
There is not.
Just different. That's just the different direction that we took with it.
We have plenty of games with tax rates in them. We have a whole game about trading commodities. So we certainly don't mean to throw any stones.
Oh yeah. Did I just do a big faux pas by crapping all over tax rates?
No. I don't think Soren's going to be too mad at you. No, we're talking about Off-World Trading Company, which is also awesome, which you should check out, which is also in early access, actually. But that won't be out in full release until 2016, until next year, whereas Sorcerer King will be out later this summer, as a matter of fact. So that's very exciting. Explorinate has been pushing on the forums and is pushing in the chat for us to call it the 4X RPG, which is kind of an interesting thought.
Which certainly is.
It is a lot more of an RPG than any other 4X I can think of, really. Between the quests and the heroes and the crafting and all that. So that's an interesting thought.
We're calling it a asynchronous 4X.
Asymmetrical.
Asymmetrical.
Asymmetrical. The problem with asymmetrical.
And then you have to follow that up with an explanation of what it is
what the hell
you're trying to actually tell them, which
right.
is not a good way to describe something.
Right. So, which is mostly my fault. I'll own that. I apologize for that. But no, it's 4X RPG might be an interesting way to go. Man, you got a ton of loot off those Darklings.
Yeah.
So yeah, compliments on the art. Thank you very much. Our artists have worked super hard and done a pretty awesome job, in my opinion. I really like the art too. It's really even like from beta 1, the art has come a long way.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Just not only in terms of breadth, but also in terms of like some of the simple stuff that the team did with like the full screen filters and like the kind of the I don't know what you call it, the kind of frame around the map where the edges of the map are a little bit darker.
Vignette.
The vignette.
I believe, yes.
Like that stuff, I don't know. I'm shocked. I'm so not an artist, but I'm shocked at how much of a difference that makes.
So I'm curious, actually, for the people watching on the Twitch stream, how many people play with grid squares on? I usually do.
Question.
I don't know why. It just feels right to me, but...
See, I hate grid squares on. I never play with it on. It drives me nuts. So that's interesting.
Can't stand to look at it?
I like the way the landscape looks, and I don't need grid squares all over it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a question from Explorenade. He says, "Why did the hero art go the way of the dodo?" I think he means the backgrounds on the skill trees. Are those just like being reworked, or are they?
No, we took a look at them, and it's like, you know what, we can either spend a bunch of time doing a ton of these, which you just don't see that much, and we weren't like super happy with the initial one that we did, and so we just figured we'd rather spend the time doing things that we didn't initially expect that we'd get to, like the spell icons that we've reworked, which I think turned out really, really good, stuff like that. Just kind of where we want to spend our focus.
Sure. So, oh gosh, there's a layer that apparently has had its defenders killed, but hasn't been looted yet. You should go loot that.
Oh, all right. By the way, I think we should point out how I've been crushing it in these tactical battles, and
you've been making it happen.
I wish Scott was around because I'd talk some trash to him. Or actually, maybe the people watching next time can talk trash for me in the future.
I think that's an excellent idea. I think you guys should take that as your mission.
Oh, this thing right here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta.
Don't
send Tandis, but
no, I got
Don't you have a garrison or something?
I got more important things to deal with here. This is
for sure.
I gotta crush these dudes. Oh yeah, this guy is just chilling. I think he's on guard or something. Go grab my loot.
Is that another Scott the Scout?
Did he just
Did he just name them all?
That's
Scott
a little.
The Scout?
What's the right word? Not conceited. I'm looking for.
Narcissistic.
Yes, narcissistic. All
there
right,
we go. Well, he did. The Swamp Giant hero was named Adam for an awfully long time.
Oh, that is true. Yeah. That was he was renamed with a suggestion from the forums.
Is that where that came from?
Yeah,
yes. I think Scott originally named him Adam because I was giving him crap on the stream, and he wanted to name something ugly and stinky after me.
Nice.
So there we go. So yeah, give us more questions. People, come on. Make my content for me. No. I'm curious. I'd be curious to know, actually, I have a question for you. Do you would you like the presentation to have basically a green screen behind us so that we're just either like have some sort of, image behind us, or we're just, bare, our silhouettes are just over the, oh gosh. Oh yeah, I suppose you can
not
just
a problem
post them right there. Where our silhouettes are just like right on the game screen. Or do you prefer like the more traditional camera view? Actually, I'm curious what you guys think about that, because like I said, we're talking about what we can do to improve the stream quality because we want it to look better because we like the stream. I freaking love.
Can I give my answer?
Yes, you can.
I think we should wear green spandex suits.
Ooh.
And just have superimposed floating heads over the actual gameplay.
I like it.
I don't know if that's an option, but that's my vote.
I think that's an excellent idea. I know for sure. I know I own a green Stardock shirt at least, so you could have mostly a floating head. But yeah, no. We're talking about there might be some studio upgrades in our future. There might be some other cool things with some extra bonus community involvement. I want to get you guys, make sure that you are as involved in the stream as you can. So I'm really excited about it as the guy who does most of the Twitches here, except for lately I've been called away way too much lately, and so Ray's been doing an excellent job covering for me.
Ray is like the Twitch master.
Ray loves him. I think Twitch.
He does the twitching. Is that what they're calling it on the weekends? All that sort of stuff.
Totally. Yeah. Okay. So we're split on the background. All right. Fair enough. The pictures cover important parts of the UI. That is true. I try to hide them when something's going on with the UI.
Oh, is that like the bottom left, bottom right, or whatever? Yeah. Speaking of which, this camera covers my half of my resource bar, which I have to like duck down and look at the thing.
Excellent. I just do that too. The idea is basically to make it harder for Scott to play so that I can make more fun of him. I think is pretty much the goal on that.
Yeah, so I'm not allied with anybody at this point. I've got a little bit of favor with the Imperium. The Frozen Realm could care less about me even existing. Let's see, what do we got here? 2 threat to the Sorcerer King. A couple of quests.
Oh, so you actually have quests open for
Yeah.
both Imperium and Frozen Realm.
Oh, a bug. Don't look at that. Whoa. Couple. All right. We'll get those sorted out.
Here's a question: is Sorcerer King content complete, or is there more content?
I guess it kind of depends on what you define as content. The vast, as far as the number of champions and the units and all that kind of stuff. Yes, we're pretty much we are content complete on that stuff. There's some things that, like, as far as skill trees are concerned, we're gonna take a second pass at the wizard skill tree for sure. So that's going to be new content, not massive additions, but something there. And then also we're going to refine the build orders and some of the improvements as well. We were talking we'd really like to get in some other continuous improvements on some of the cities. So it's nice right now where you can do the I've built, there's nothing I really want to build, so I'm just going to switch it to mana. We want to do that for growth and for attack as well. So when things start getting hairy, yeah, basically.
Oh, for like how much damage the city does.
Yeah, you can give a big damage boost to the city and just halt production for a while. Just to give a few more like kind of strategic options for what your cities, especially high level cities that have started to run out of their basic improvements or whatnot.
Yeah, I find a lot of the time too, like I end up with one city that produces way better units than my other cities do between enchantments and like the armory and stuff. And so I tend to like just focus on that city and like spend my mana summoning crap there. If need be, and then have everybody else kind of do mana, is what I like to do.
Yeah, that's like late mid game. That's kind of what I switch over to as well. Let's see, Wall of Fire. I like the sound of that.
Flame Wave is pretty boss.
Yeah, I bet you the Doomsday right now is like real weak. I don't.
Well, Doomsday in general, I think is kind of weak right now.
It is. There's, like I said, since this is a hybrid version of the old build and the new, it is more aggressive now. But again, it's still not where we want it. We really want it to be putting some pressure on the player and something they have to worry about.
Explorminate asks, will the threat to the SK be looked at before the opt-in goes public?
No. Yeah, we want to get the patch of what's there out now. And again, the threat, what's in the opt-in now is better, significantly better than what was in beta 4 beta 5 on release. That's going to take a little more time to work out. There's some finesse. We can go the other, we can throw a band-aid on it and then all of a sudden there's just armies with 1500 HP and 300 combat rating showing up everywhere, and it makes it just completely unplayable. So we don't want to rush that out.
You got to go kill that stronghold, I think.
That's exactly what I'm going to do. And actually, level 4. That should be a decent battle. I got to probably beef up an army here.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, your army's full. What is your first problem?
Oh crap! Yeah. Let's see. All right, let's solve that problem.
There you go.
Maybe.
Man, you got like no mana too.
Yeah, this is like I said, it's tough to use all of my strategy thinking brain cells while talking.
Fair enough.
Some excuses.
Oh, that's an interesting point from Omayo 1970. He says that in other strategy games, there are a lot of ways that you kind of get measured against other players. Like there's power graphs or rankings. Civilization has like the demographics screen where you can see, I'm third in soldiers, but first in economy or whatever. Whereas we don't really have necessarily a measuring stick in Sorcerer King that you can see like, how am I doing?
Yeah, we kind of do. It's actually in the world report. So you can get, there's the basic stuff of, Doomsday counter, shards controlled. So once the Sorcerer King is destroyed a shard, that'll show up, so you can kind of see like how many have I taken, how many he controlled, your threat, and then down here in the stats you can see the overall combat strength of all his units versus mine, how many cities he has versus me, how many shards he's claimed, I've claimed versus he's destroyed, his power level, which equates to how many spells he can cast in combat, and then his maximum number of troops, which I don't think that's how many he has fielded, but maybe he can. So yeah, we have a little bit of that, and then obviously when you finish the game, we've got some stats displayed.
But there's still
there.
like we have all that, but that's not really the measuring stick for like, am I on pace or am I falling behind or am I crushing it? Like There's not that.
I mean,
sense
it kind of is, right? Because if you're like right now, I guess it's not as clear as it could be, because a lot of the time you spend below the Sorcerer King in combat strength,
right?
But that's as you're building up. So it doesn't necessarily. I guess it doesn't tell you. Am I building up fast enough to eventually challenge?
Right, because I mean,
which is a good point. Yeah,
you're racing the Doomsday counter, but there's no indication of like where you're at in that race. I mean, you learn that as you play the game. Like once you've played the game enough, you kind of have an idea of like, oh, I'm doing well, I'm doing poorly, whatever. And maybe that's the answer. Is that's just an aspect of player skill. But it might be interesting. I wonder if there's a way to synthesize basically that information that's already in the report and give you like a one sentence like, you're ahead of the game, or whatever.
A little bit more like straightforward, kind of like we do with the auto resolve combat stuff. Like what's gonna happen, how's this gonna turn out for me, or at least based on combat rating or overview or whatever.
That might be kind of interesting. I don't know. I'm sitting here talking to the producer, and nothing annoys producers more than blowing up
feature
scope,
creep.
But
feature creep, feature creep. Yep.
Bane of Chris's existence.
Yeah, you can do that with Scott all day long, and he'll be like, "Oh yeah, totally. We'll have it in next patch. Be out in a day or two. Don't worry about it."
Well, at least when I do it with Scott, it doesn't necessarily get added to the plan. Whereas like Paul and Brad add features via stream all the time. It's great.
Okay, this is gonna be a good battle here.
This will be a good battle. We haven't had Brad on the stream for a while. I got to get him back on the stream.
Yeah,
he's like busy making games or running a company or something. I don't know, some excuse.
Like that, yeah.
Oh man, you got to go cleave a bunch of dudes is what you got to do.
This is a tough decision for me, right? So should I try to?
I should hide our stupid faces so that people can see all the combat.
What I'm trying to decide is whether I want to buff a bunch of my dudes right from the get-go.
That's a really good cleave opportunity.
Well, I already just moved my guy, so I think I'm committed.
Well, now you're gonna.
I'm committed to doing that now, but let's see.
I would probably
Dodge.
do Inspire. Inspire is super good.
Yeah, okay, I'll go with that. I'm trusting you.
Oh,
let's see what we got here.
Oh, he's totally gonna die.
Shadow Bolt, Lightning.
I think Lightning's a close range thing, though, isn't it?
Fear. Ooh. Oh, this is. What do you think? I'm gonna try to fear this Warg Rider, and I bet you he's gonna resist and then just crush me.
Probably.
We'll try it. Let's see. Oh no! I got him. All right, cool, nice.
You'll be slightly less dead this turn.
Yeah, these guys. This is Sir Chris. Oh my gosh, yeah, he's.
Oh, is that Sister Christian? Oh, funny.
Should I? All right, screw it. Yeah. You'll get a cleave in, and then sacrifice yourself for the glory of the kingdom here.
Well, sometimes, man, I'm really disappointed in myself right now because I'm trying to remember the lyrics to Sister Christian so I can make a Sister Christian joke. And just utterly failing.
Is it bad that I don't even know who Sister Christian is?
Don't even lie to me.
The Night Ranger song. I swear to you.
The Night Ranger song.
Not a clue.
Dude, you're my age or a little older. How do you not know the Night Ranger song?
Yeah. Nothing.
Oh man, I'm very disappointed. Somebody put a Night Ranger joke in the chat, please, so that I can be redeemed because this is terrible. Yeah, Kepler is totally gonna die. Doesn't he have like a projectile reflect? Oh, that's a skill thing, I think. Yeah, he's totally going to die. Or whatever. Well, or just be maimed anyway. Which reminds me, we are falling behind in the best option ever game in the options screen because Pillars of Eternity has an option for a checkbox for maim companions before death, which is like the best named option in the freaking world. And it makes me so happy. We need something to catch up, because we're falling behind. But
arms race of maiming.
That's right. It's because it sounds like it's like, well, do you want to kill people or do you want to hurt them real bad first, right? That's not what it actually is. It's actually a useful option. But what's your price for flight? Thank you. What is Sir Christian's price for flight? I don't know. That's not really working for a joke. I'm so disappointed.
It would help if I knew what the hell you were talking about.
Your range, yeah.
Oh, shit.
He can just shoot somebody too. He's not totally.
Yeah. I know.
He's gonna die. He could chug a healing potion. Actually, might be a better. Option,
I've got it.
And probably run away from that Trog that's coming to kill him.
Yeah, that Trog is not gonna do anything. I'm not worried about him.
All
right. Yeah, I gotta. Maybe Scott tries to keep the action moving so fast that.
heal the spell. Interesting. I would have gone with the healing potion.
Pikemen. I wish I had one more move I could line these guys up, but that's
Well,
all
you
right.
couldn't though because you're hitting their Zoc, which is why you couldn't move.
Yeah,
far.
exactly.
Oh, that's not too bad. You're actually doing a lot better than I thought you were going to.
I've got this thing wrapped up, man.
I forgot how baller those Lancers or whatever are.
Yeah. These guys.
They are pretty fresh.
Make a bit of a difference. Oh crap! I didn't even know he survived.
I'm kind of surprised.
Awesome. All right, I'll take it.
I kind of love that in a game where you have like some dingus unit that lives like way too long for no particular reason. It just keeps making his dodge rolls or whatever.
Bailey the dog.
Bailey.
It looks like he got taken out more than a few turns ago here.
Bailey's actually awesome because all the wolves have the howl ability.
Oh,
which
you
is
just keep them in back, howl, and then never do
oh,
anything
it's
else
so
with
good.
them. Yeah,
It's so good though, especially early because like that +1 attack or +2 attack or whatever makes soldiers like twice as effective.
critical.
I think you should narrate everything that comes on screen.
I'm not gonna do that. All right.
Way to
there you go. Did I even lose a single unit?
You didn't even lose it.
No.
Yeah, you got an
Killing your
achievement.
dudes.
You did
Stronghold.
That was a totally wasteful flame dart, by the way. I feel compelled to inform
Think it wasn't
you.
necessary. Overkill.
There was like one Trog left, and you had a whole army of dudes.
Yeah. Oh, and I have that was the rest of my mana.
That was
too.
the rest of your mana,
I'm,
which you're currently dumping all into skill.
Yep, I'm making some poor decisions here. All right, that's all right. I feel like I've got. Let's see, one stronghold down. Let's see how many strongholds are.
It's got one more, I think. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So
that's
it's
good.
going all right.
That's good.
Going all right.
Let's see what the Frozen Realm dwarves had to say. Well met, tall one. What is it that we can do for you?
Thought you said
We need
you
your help
weren't
to
gonna
fight the
narrate it.
Sorcerer King. Can I talk to your parents?
Is there ever
my
any
God, it's so
point to
tempting.
being a dick to the?
No, there
to the
is.
miners?
There is because
okay.
We in before there was not. It was just like, okay, I can be a jerk and screw up my game. What's the point of that?
Right.
Now, each minor faction has a lot of good resources in their Zoc. And on top of that, if you take out their city, there's a fertile tile there. So essentially, if you have them nearby, there's times where you're just like, you know what, screw these guys. I'm gonna destroy their city, take out found one, grab 3 metal or 3 separate metal resources, not just 3 metal. So there's some good bonuses to doing it. Doing it now. It can be tough though because I'm playing a long game, like on I think a large random map, and I'm like 6 or 7 hours in, and I did that early on, and I felt like, I don't know. The fantasy trope where it's like the warlike ways of men have doomed them to whatever. Well, the first thing I did was like, these guys were my neighbors, and I just attacked them, took their city, but I ruined my entire early game, wasting all my resources trying to fight these guys because they have there's a pretty beefy army.
Right.
You have to fight their champion and all that in their city when you go to take them out.
You should get some like sweet items or something too. I feel like there should be some kind of immediate benefit to it because like founding a city and then claiming resource, like that's a kind of a medium term kind of a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I have a hard time because like getting that extra champion is so good.
Yeah, the champions are good.
They're awesome champions. Like they are badasses. So like there should be something pretty great. Or what would be funny actually is if it dropped your threat with the Sorcerer King, or he was like really happy with you for going and blowing up the other remnant factions.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Or like drop the Doomsday or something. That would be kind of interesting. That would be a more interesting.
Well, that would be a little weird though, right? Because usually the Doomsday equates to like how much of a jerk you're being and all the quests.
That's true. Yeah, dropping the Doomsday might not be.
But threat makes total sense. Him being like, oh yeah, wipe people out.
Like, thanks, buddy. I was gonna do that, but I didn't get around to it. I'm sure Buckles could have some fun with that. I just got a new backstory for Gelsiv from Buckles, which I'm pretty excited about.
Buckles. Oh my gosh, that long game I was playing. I was literally crying, laughing at my house playing, reading through one of these quests. It was the one with I don't know if anybody's hit it, but it's you fight some skeletons. And I mean, there's no way I can do it justice and make it funny by describing the quest text. Basically, you fight some skeletons, and this guy keeps reanimating them, and they get very, very upset with their dark overlord, and you can eventually get them to murder him for you, which is always fun.
Nice.
Murder is great. All right.
Well, we're just in the business of making murder simulators here.
Yes.
Oh, remember when Jack Thompson was in the news all the time? That was dumb.
Yes.
That was in the middle of my career at Game Informer, and we had to deal with like it was in the news, so we had to like talk about it. And it was just like, oh my god.
Who is there was a California state senator,
Leland Yee.
Yes, and do you know what happened to him?
No, didn't he get like arrested or like out of?
He was like selling weapons to the Chinese or something. Like I swear to God, he got arrested on some, and I'm pretty sure convicted. I guess I can't,
Oh my God!
But it was some weird weapons. He was like the matchmaker between a couple of like weapon smugglers and some buyers or something. Just bizarre.
That's amazing.
Yeah, fantastic.
Awesome.
Yeah, probably played too many video games. Got all those crazy ideas in his head. Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So, I think there is a weapon smuggling simulator game.
I'm sure there is.
I guess now you can pretty much say anything. You know, at this point, with the amount of stuff on Steam and everything, you can say that about pretty much any topic.
It'd be really nice if people would stop releasing so many games on Steam. But I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon.
Let's do that. I'll take as many games as they want to release.
I've been playing way too much of the Age of Wonders expansion lately. They did a really nice job.
Oh yeah, I saw that and it's on my list, but I have not gotten to it yet.
Oh man, I like that game a lot. I'm a big fan.
Fish People or something like that.
No, that would be Clockwork Empires has Fish People.
I don't know. Wasn't there like a Coral Reef Kingdom?
Oh yeah, no, they did. They added a new dwelling type. So a new like monster.
I just assumed that meant fish people. I mean, it should mean fish people, but
No, it's cool. You can get like zombie mariner or lost mariners who are like weird, like seaweed infested, like dudes, like Pirates of the Caribbean dudes, and you can like recruit mermaids. Or no, because there's already a thing for that. But you can eventually get these like Poseidon dudes who have like big lightning strikes and stuff. They're pretty awesome.
Oh, that's cool. You know what? I haven't even tried to do. Usually, I use the the city enchantments pretty heavily, and I haven't done that.
Well, it's because you don't have any freaking mana.
I got
34
mana now. I'm good.
Because you spend it all on pointless flame darts.
I don't know. I'm protecting my troops. They appreciate that.
You just keep the morale up. Is that the deal?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, Baron's got to have a ton of essence. Your starting city always does. It's right on a shard.
Yeah, which is actually kind of a thing. That's another thing that's on our list of balance is like you get way too much essence.
Yeah, you totally do.
You get it from tiles that just shouldn't give it.
Yeah,
that's all right. We'll get to that.
That's actually a relatively
exploit it.
Yeah, that's a relatively easy fix because that's all just data. At least as far as I'm aware, I believe that's all data.
All right, let's see. Who's they? You come across a village seemingly devoid of life, but not quite. Run away, someone shouts. This is me doing my
I like it.
my narration. From behind a closed door before they get you. Before you can ask who might get you, some large spiders approach. Probably those guys. All right. Run away before they get me.
No.
I'm going to fight the spiders, obviously. You should have warned them about me, which is clever, but the spiders can't understand you, so it's kind of wasted.
Yeah, I'm so glad we hired Buckles.
Yeah.
We had a question from Headclot, which actually has been in the chat for a while that I missed, so thanks for reposting that. Will the player be getting lieutenants on par with the SK's lieutenants? Well, I mean, your heroes get pretty darn beefy. I think probably the closest analog would be the faction champions or the remnant champions.
Yeah, but they're never. The short answer is no. You're never going to have a hero so powerful that they can you can send them one-on-one against either of those lieutenants.
I guarantee you somebody in the chat has gone against the lieutenants one-on-one and won. I guarantee you somebody has done that.
Maybe.
Yeah, because we had a guy.
One probably because that's actually another one of the fixes that is in this upcoming patch is Maul being insanely OP, which is you could definitely do it then because we fixed dodge, which broke Maul, which Maul is constantly broken. But
Maul is constantly
you could have done that right if you had Maul with Varda or Tandis, you could have just leveled them up, gotten them pretty good, and on your attack.
Oh yeah, because dodge was totally screwy.
Yes, yeah.
Right.
So essentially, they would maul and they would never
just
dodge.
them.
But that will be fixed in the next opt-in. Sorry, I keep saying opt-in. It's not going to be opt-in. It's going to be public.
And well, heck, we had a guy. I don't remember who it was. They're probably watching now. So you can, if you remind me who it was, I'll give him a shout out. Who said that they one-on-one the SK battle actually because they had gotten Tandis and they were playing the priest. And like they just had Tandis so buffed that like basically nothing could kill him.
Yeah,
fast
basically,
enough that they could.
if that happens, that is a straight up bug. That's lame, right? You shouldn't be able, even against the lieutenant. You shouldn't just be able to send one dude up against these like towering monstrosities. That's
personally, I'm pretty convinced that most of the exploits are based around initiative.
Oh yes, yeah. There's
because
some
the way initiative works is really it's once you start stacking initiative, things get out of control really quickly. Oh, Gilmoy says it might have been with Drogon with the dwarf. Yeah, he is crazily overpowered right now. I actually like what I think Scott did, which was to drop his starting initiative down to like 8 or something. So like he's really slow, but he's really powerful, which is cool because he's the big, stout dwarf hero. So that totally works. But the problem is it's so easy to get him more initiative that quickly becomes not a limitation at all. And
yeah, especially because he comes with the Tinkerer, whose whole thing is kind of crafting and putting stuff on. Yeah.
And initiative's too common in enchanting, and so anyway, like I had a game on a small map that I just utterly crushed with Drogon, basically single-handedly. Like it was completely out of control because once his initiative gets up north of 30, things get pretty ridiculous.
Speaking of crafting, I'm not sure, has he crafted much of
I don't know
anything on these dudes?
Check it out.
Oh yeah, we got some stuff going here.
If you go to the best way to look is if you go to the enchanting menu, then it gives you the list of what
the stuff on them as well. Yeah, I was just looking to see. I like the Scout's rings.
Yeah, I love those too.
That or the amulet of the eagle is
is that the
nicely rare, and that's the +2.
Nice. Well, Scout rings are great now too with enchanting because you can still throw enchantments on them.
Yeah.
So
Band of the Vanguard, a little bit of that. Yeah, there's.
Gilmore's got a good point too that if the SK were actually casting, that would clear out a lot of your other units probably. Clear out the player's chaff is the way that he put it.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean that's still a thing that needs to happen, and that will make things a little bit more challenging. Because I mean overall the game's just way too easy right now, in my opinion. Anyway, now to be fair, I'm definitely a guy who plays Age of Empires Age of Wonders on Emperor, but.
I should say we do have this crazy feature called a difficulty slider.
Well,
and I played a game on whatever insane, and I got crushed because on medium I've got it handled on medium, no problem. But I was like, okay, because I did that because we finally fixed some of these AI issues with the Sorcerer King.
Right.
I'm like, okay, let's see if he's actually more difficult now. So I jacked it up to that, and I was just a jerk every opportunity I got to him, and I was just completely wiped from the face of the earth in a matter of. Not very long.
Okay, so if you
but
I try to lose,
no.
Insane.
I didn't try to. I'm saying, yeah. If you try, okay. Anyways, I'm saying on Insane, it's pretty freaking difficult. But I'm not saying that there's not. There's definitely difficulty balance work to be done.
Yeah. Which is, I mean, it's early access. That's what early access is for. Like, I don't mean to hate on our games too much.
Yeah. Why are you hating on our game, man?
Hey, I'm just trying to be real with the community here and not be that kind of marketing douche.
Can we say douche on these?
Oh, sure. Whatever.
Fantastic. All right. I have to get the guidelines because
I love how excited you are about that.
I will swear.
Well, Paul kind of started it. Paul said worse. So,
all right, good.
But I mean, we try to keep it, PG-13,
family friendly. Okay, I can do that.
It's not generally too bad. Gilmore says it would be hilarious if the SK would cast Grave Seal on your hero. That would be mean if he would do that. That would make me upset, actually. Grave Seal being the one that makes every hit you take a crit.
Oh, yeah, that's not great.
Man, this city has issues.
This is the worst city that I have ever seen in this game.
You can always just do what I do and stick it on Create Mana and forget about it.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm bothering with this stupid workshop.
Yeah, it's kind of pointless. I don't know. Well, I mean, you're so far into it at this point, you might as well, I guess.
I guess summon it.
Well, you could use it to build libraries and jewelers and crap.
Yeah. I'm going to build a storehouse and just level.
So you don't even need a storehouse though, because leveling the city is pointless because all those tiles are worthless. You know what I'm saying?
No, but if I level it up, I get more mana, right? From continuous. I'm thinking the long game.
Oh, yeah. No,
I'm
fair enough.
10 steps ahead of
you.
Well,
and do you have any terrabeterforming you can use on it? That's actually a better
I don't,
question.
but I might. in the future.
It seems like those tiles should be better because aren't those like marginal tiles and stuff? Or is it just that there's no
these
production?
should be decent. I don't know why I'm not getting anything for these. I mean, it's probably because it's surrounded by swamp is like affecting the ones nearby. And screwing it all up. But it's still a little lame that I'm not getting something from the ones that aren't actually swamp.
Right.
You know?
I still wish that we had better, more transparency, I guess, about what the tiles do or like what goes into tile yield, basically.
Oh yeah.
Because it's still like seems goofy.
Battlement's Archivist. Let's see, what are these?
Kilmoy brought up Iron Maiden versus Barbarians using Whirlwind in Diablo 2, which was, man, I don't know how many people played Diablo. Well, a ton of people played Diablo 2 for sure. But, man, the first time that happens to you when you're just rolling along, you're whirlwinding everything, and then some jackass Oblivion Knight drops Iron Maiden on you, and your hero just explodes in like half a second. Like, because originally it was reflecting like 3,000% damage or something insane. Like the balance was completely off. It was hilarious. Anyway, Heclat asks, so I heard that you have the original makers of the Age of Empires games making a game for you. Is this true? We have a lot of the creative talent behind Age of Empires is now at a studio called Bonus XP, which is down in Dallas. And they are making a game called Servo, which is an RTS, which is super cool. And actually, we're going to start streaming that soon, sooner than you might think. So that's very exciting. So there'll be a lot more on that. But we produced a pretty sweet video that kind of shows off the game and interviews Dave Pottinger, who's a studio head and the creative director on the game, and Erin, I'm forgetting her last name, Jennings, I think, who is a senior designer on the game. But it's an RTS, and it's basically like it marries the idea of persistent progression to an RTS, so you can get like, wow, that was a super useful Eyes of the Eagle.
I was like, God damn it. It's all water.
But no, so Servo is like you earn parts between battles. It's an RTS game where matches take 10 to 15 minutes, where you have giant servos, which are these giant war machines, right? That stomp around and fight each other and stuff. And then you earn parts between matches, and you use those parts to equip your servos that adds different powers. It's just like equipping a hero in Diablo or anything. And then you use them to fight, and it's awesome. So lots more on Servo coming soon, though. We're right now we're closing in on Galciv release, which we just announced a release date today, which is exciting, which is May 14th. So if you hadn't heard that, Galciv 3, May 14th. Hooray. Did you just use Smite on a skeleton?
It was overkill. But they're all skeletons, so it doesn't really matter.
I suppose. Kepler sucks. He can't even kill one. Jeez.
Yeah. I just leveled him up, too. I think Kepler just kind of sucks as a champion. I think
Does he kind of suck right now?
Yeah, he needs some love.
He's no Nafaz. Nafaz is a boss.
Yeah.
I love Nafaz. He's my buddy.
These guys aren't even going to get hit in an isle. Oh,
Gilmoy asks, Servo equals RTS plus CCG decks? A little bit. CCG decks is not a terrible metaphor because you kind of load up your team before battle, right? Like you have 4 or 5 servers. I don't remember how many what they're landed on currently. Number of servos that you bring, and you kind of summon them in one at a time. But kind of what your dudes do is up to you, and so you're kind of there's a certain element of kind of building your deck before battle. Totally. Let's see. Keith Jr. 42 says, first time seeing this game reminds me of the old game Master of Magic.
Definitely inspiration.
There's definitely some inspiration there. I am such a nerd for Master of Magic. I can't even tell you. We all love that game. Brad certainly loved the hell out of that game.
Definitely.
So yeah, it's definitely there's definitely part of that here. It's our game is a little bit more focused on heroes and questing and stuff like that rather than being a more straight up 4X, which is Master of Magic definitely was or is. I suppose it's not like it has passed away or anything. But welcome to the stream, Keith Jr. 42. We're happy to have you. Just so you know, we're in early access right now. We'll be out in full release a little later this summer, so you can look forward to that. All right, we are just about at an hour. I want to do something terrible to leave Scott with an awful situation when he comes back.
Oh,
That's
not
what
nice. Let's see. What can I do? I've actually.
Well,
I think
you
I've
already.
set, I've
Well, you
set 'em
pissed
up
off the
pretty good,
dwarves,
right? Because I've got an extra city for him, an extra shard.
Yeah. Cleared a stronghold.
Cleared a stronghold. Cleared a bunch of other crap. So he got his champion. Made some good progress.
Yeah.
What? I'm trying to think. What can I actually do to set him up for complete failure?
Can you? I don't know if we want to piss off the Imperium because you already pissed off the dwarves.
Well, yeah. The thing is, we were actually talking about this, and this is. It'd be interesting to hear what people say on Twitch. We were talking today about the fact that you basically you can interact. You can do a quest for them every so many turns, right? So you go, you do a quest, and then they're like, we're busy. We don't want to talk to you. Come back in 20 turns or whatever. And Vates, who's our QA manager, was making the point that he felt it was unnecessary. Like it didn't really help pacing much. You could just let them, if somebody wants to say, hey, I'm going to spend all my time and resources early game to ally or to piss off a specific faction, fine, let them do it.
Sure.
So it'd be interesting to see what people think about that. But yeah, I can't, because right now I cannot go and piss the dwarves off anymore until they feel like talking to me again, which they don't right now.
That is a problem. Explorminate suggested to start building the building that brings all the SK forces. I believe you have to unlock that in the skill tree. And is that actually in?
Yeah, that's in. Well, I bet you because of the XML thing, it's not in his long game.
Oh, right, because this is an older.
Yes, that's in the opt-in. That is out there. So new victory condition. That would be a fantastic way to screw him over.
It would be a fantastic way to screw him over.
Not an option.
Well, you had the different orders. I thought those were part of the same. No, I'm thinking. Sorry, I have it confused.
Yeah,
with
I mean, basically, I don't want to screw him up because I mean, I can suicide a bunch of my units, but I mean that's
just kind of like
mean spirited, right?
Right.
It's not.
Right.
It's not particularly funny. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Why don't I just rename a bunch of his guys?
Oh, that's an
to
excellent
something?
idea.
There
we go.
And, let's see. Here.
Explorminate had a good idea, or an interesting idea anyway, about dumb sky.
I don't know what's a good name. Like the 5-year-old version of what I can do here.
More like Ty Skutsky. Ty Sucksky.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. All right, Scott needs to work harder.
Work hard. That works.
Let's see, we can do it.
Or work more.
Lead speak.
No.
Work
herder. Work herder. Ermagerd. Skirt nerds to work herder.
There's not enough room for Vil on the end of it. So
that's okay. Oh, and it's getting truncated in the title card anyway.
Such is life. All right, let me. What was your other idea? Oh yeah, Ty. Let's see, Ty. I can never. I've worked with this guy for like 4 years now, and I always screw up his name.
Ty Sucksky, I think.
Koski and what
right.
that Ty.
Ty Sucksky. That's my suggestion anyway.
All right, I got
it. Or Ty
Sucks. Ty Susky. So, oh wait, that just sounds like I'm drunk. All right, sucks. Ty. What? Ty. I don't know. You had the idea, right?
Ty
sucks.
Key. Ty Kusk.
Okay,
Sucks.
whatever.
Sure.
That works. I think you'll get the message. Let me. I can rename my champions, can I?
You can rename all your units.
Yes.
I tend to rename actually a lot of my units. I tend to rename my units vulgar things that shouldn't be on the stream, though. I think people. I think people on the stream know my feelings on the soldier unit. Tysuxiville from the chat. That's not bad. My feelings on the soldier unit are.
All right. That's about as far as I can take this joke. I think it stopped being funny about 5 minutes ago, but it was entertaining to us. So.
I love the sheer second gradeness of it.
Yes, that's about as far as my mind goes.
That's awesome. Anyway, the couple things came up in the chat that I wanted to address before we sign off here.
Isn't it more important that we rename things to juvenile insults?
Well, yes, but Gilboy suggests there should be a legendary mode in which your Doomstack almost surely loses the first fight against the SK, and you must build a second Doomstack and do it all over again. For e.g., the Sorcerer King gets one Uber defense every game, but the only way to find out is lose once to it. That would be interesting. I don't know if that's something that I feel like would be very fun.
Force failure the first time?
Yeah, that sounds rough to me personally.
I like the idea of a legendary mode, though.
I do like the idea of a legendary mode. I don't know what we could do with that. That would make
Permadeath
it like,
for champions.
permadeath for
Maybe.
champions.
That would be pretty rough.
That
but
would be
that-
rough. I mean, well, the thing is, you could just get so screwed.
Yeah, but hey, it's legendary, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
If you're not
I still
legendary,
are we? Do we have Iron Man on the schedule? Iron Man mode, like when you save it quits, so you can't like save.
no,
save scum?
no, we don't.
We got to put that on the schedule, man. It's so good.
I think no promises.
It's so good. People have been asking for it. I'm gonna get Brad.
Have,
on
have
that,
people been
and you're
asking for it, or have you been asking for it?
People have been asking for it.
All right, people. Okay,
People.
All right.
I know people, and they want Iron Man mode. Headcloud asks, when is Ashes of the Singularity going to be live streamed?
Good question.
That is a good question. Not this month, although there's not a whole lot of April left. No, it'll be a little while.
Is it a secret? I think it might be a secret.
It might be a secret. It'll be a little while. It's the short answer is when it's closer to be ready to be shown. But
Completely unrelated. Off topic. Ideas for stream, right? You need to get one of those like cheesy radio DJ soundboards. So you can
totally need a soundboard.
You can do ridiculous sound effects.
I totally need a soundboard. Oh man, I could have so much fun with Scott with that. Just fart sounds all the time when he's talking. Oh, it's gonna be great. Okay, so this has been the Sorcerer King Stardock second grade stream.
Yeah, things devolve quickly when Scott's not here, apparently.
Apparently, but thanks, Chris, for joining us.
My pleasure.
Thank you all for watching. We'll be back. The next official stream is tomorrow. Is Off-Road Trading Company. That is at 10 a.m. Eastern, I believe. So you can get that here, which is very exciting. Off-Road is coming along very nicely. I think they just had a patch this week or last week. I don't know.
Something like that. Yeah,
They're patching all over the place. I don't even know. I feel like I should know these things. That's okay. But that's the deal. We out. I need to go make more glorious plans for further Twitches, which I'm very excited about, and I think you guys will like. So anyway, that's it. That's our stream. Thanks for coming. We'll see you tomorrow. Well, Soren will see you tomorrow. I'll see you on Friday. It'll be great. We'll do some Gal Civ. It'll be fun.